In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 MLB games happening on June 14, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Los Angeles Angels versus Baltimore Orioles. On Saturday, the Los Angeles Angels, with a record of 33-34, will take on the 27-40 Baltimore Orioles in the second matchup of their 3-game series. I'll admit, taking the Angels at plus money was tempting. The Orioles haven't lived up to expectations this year, and you're getting a good price with a 2-time All-Star like Tyler Anderson on the mound. But when you look closer, the numbers tell a different story. Anderson has been shaky on the road, carrying a 5.58 earned run average and allowing a .262 batting average in 30.2 innings away from home. On the other side, the Orioles rookie, Sugano, is putting together a solid campaign with a 3.23 earned run average and a 1.1 WHIP. He's already shown he can handle this lineup, holding the Angels to just 3 hits and 1 run over 7.1 innings about a month ago. Sugano has also been getting better at keeping the ball in the yard recently. While the Orioles sometimes struggle against left-handed pitching, Anderson's troubles on the road and Sugano's upward trend are the bigger factors here. When it comes down to it, I have more faith in the Orioles, particularly when the game gets into the later innings and the bullpens become a factor. As our first pick for this matchup, the Baltimore Orioles money line is our full game side pick. The Los Angeles offense seems to have found a spark lately. Over their last 10 games, they've been putting up an average of 5.2 runs, a stretch that includes piling on 15 runs in a 3-game set against the Mariners. Interestingly, the Angels have actually been more productive at the plate on the road than they have been in their own ballpark. Baltimore has also started to string together some more consistent offensive performances, scoring 22 runs across their last 5 contests. The pitching side of the equation points to a high-scoring game as well. The Angels' pitching staff has been giving up an average of 4.6 runs over their last 10 games, and we've already covered Anderson's rough 5.58 earned run average on the road. To make matters worse for both teams, their bullpens are among the most unreliable in the league, with the Angels' relief corps posting a dismal 5.54 earned run average. With shaky starting pitching and even shakier bullpens, you should expect to see plenty of runs cross the plate. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Tampa Bay Rays versus New York Mets. Major League Baseball action continues Saturday as the Tampa Bay Rays travel to Citi Field in Queens for a showdown with the New York Mets. This marks the second contest of a 3-game interleague series, pitting the 37-32 Rays, who are 14-12 on the road, against a formidable Mets team that stands at 45-25 overall and boasts an incredible 27-8 record in their home ballpark. When you break down the numbers, the Rays have been a solid bet as an away underdog, covering the run line in an impressive 73.7% of those games this season. Their record stands at 16-9 against the run line when playing on the road and 19-11 as an underdog in general. The Mets, for all their success, haven't been nearly as reliable for bettors, covering the spread in just 55.9% of their home games and only 51.6% when they're favored at home. Even after a victory, the Mets have a middling 22-22 record against the run line. The Rays have also demonstrated their grit in tough matchups by covering the run line in 63.2% of their division games. The Mets, meanwhile, have had some difficulty in non-league play, covering in only 42.9% of those games. The bottom line is that recent trends show the Rays are the more dependable team against the spread, especially when they're the visiting team. As our first pick for this matchup, the Tampa Bay Rays money line is our full game side pick. Looking at the total, several trends point toward a low-scoring game. The Rays have gone under the total in 58.9% of their games with no rest days and 59.3% when both teams have had equal rest. The Mets have an even stronger trend, with the under hitting in 62.1% of all their games this season. You also have a solid pitching matchup with Rasmussen and Megal on the mound, both of whom are more than capable of keeping opposing lineups in check. The location plays a big role as well, with games at the Mets' home field going under the total 62.5% of the time. Digging deeper, the Rays have gone under in 55.6% of their divisional games, while the Mets have gone under in a significant 64.7% of their non-division matchups. Even the betting lines tell a story. Rays games as away underdogs have hit the under 52.6% of the time, and Mets games as home favorites have gone under 58.6% of the time. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Minnesota Twins versus Houston Astros. The Houston Astros are set to host the Minnesota Twins for the continuation of their series at Dakin Park. There's no denying that Joe Ryan has been lights out for Minnesota this season, with the team winning his last 6 starts. The real issue is the team playing behind him. The Twins have been a mess for the past couple of weeks, and their offense has gone completely cold. In stark contrast, the Astros have been piling up victories over the last month, largely thanks to Hunter Brown, who is pitching like a legitimate Cy Young contender. Brown's numbers speak for themselves, a 1.82 earned run average and 0.96 WHIP for the season. He's been practically unhittable at home, posting a microscopic 0.88 earned run average and holding batters to a .152 average over 30.2 innings. Even though the Astros bats can be hot and cold, they perform significantly better in their own ballpark, and Brown has been an absolute buzzsaw on the mound. This matchup heavily favors him, as Minnesota's lineup is known for its poor plate discipline and high strikeout numbers, which plays directly into Brown's strengths. To top it off, the Twins' bullpen has shown some serious cracks and has been erratic this season, especially during day games and when they are on the road. I can understand the argument for taking the Twins here. They've been winning consistently when Joe Ryan takes the hill, and he has personally padded his win-loss record in most of those outings. But that's where the case for Minnesota ends. The Astros have historically had Ryan's number throughout his career, and they are playing far and away their best baseball of the season at home. Hunter Brown has also been nothing short of spectacular at Dakin Park this year, and I fully expect him to outduel Ryan in this contest. As our first pick for this matchup, the Houston Astros money line is our full game side pick. You can see why the odds makers have set the total for this game so low, and it's not a mistake. You have two pitchers in Hunter Brown and Joe Ryan who have been the undisputed aces for their teams. Both guys are elite at limiting the long ball and piling up strikeouts at an impressive clip. There is no reason to think that dominance won't continue, especially since both of these lineups have had their fair share of struggles at the plate. Minnesota's offense has also shown a tendency to go quiet during day games. Considering both of these pitchers seem to find another gear and execute their best pitches when runners are in scoring position, runs should be extremely hard to come by. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. St. Louis Cardinals versus Milwaukee Brewers. In the heart of the National League Central, a tight race is unfolding between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Milwaukee Brewers. On Saturday, these rivals will clash in the third game of a crucial 4-game series. The Brewers have taken the first 2 games in surprising fashion, with rookie Jacob Misiorowski delivering a masterful performance in the opener, and Freddie Peralta shutting down the Cardinals in the second game. The question now is whether Milwaukee can keep the St. Louis offense quiet once again. Today's pitching matchup features Andre Palante for the Cardinals against Jose Quintana for the Brewers. Palante comes in with a 4-3 record, but that number is misleading. He's surrendered 2 or more runs in every single one of his last 10 starts. Over his last 10 innings of work, he's been tagged for 14 hits and 9 runs. He is simply not in good form, and frankly, neither is his team, which is currently mired in a 6-game losing streak. Making matters worse for St. Louis, the current Brewers roster bats a collective .300 against Palante, suggesting this could be the game Milwaukee's offense breaks out. For the Brewers, they'll hand the ball to Jose Quintana, who has been stellar this year with a 4-1 record and a sharp 2.66 earned run average. His consistency has been remarkable, as he has allowed fewer than 2 runs in 6 of his 8 starts this season. This is a nightmare matchup for a Cardinals offense that has been completely lost at the plate, managing only 10 hits over the last 2 games combined. Quintana has also historically dominated this Cardinals lineup, holding them to a minuscule .117 batting average over his career. When you factor in Milwaukee's strong 22-14 record at home, the picture becomes clear. You have 2 clubs heading in completely different directions, with the Brewers holding a significant advantage on the mound. As our first pick for this matchup, the Milwaukee Brewers money line is our full game side pick. Both teams are sending out key pieces of their starting rotation, which points directly to a low-scoring affair. The Brewers are starting Quintana, who has been masterful at keeping the ball in the park, having not allowed a home run in his last 10 innings. He hasn't given up more than 2 earned runs in any of his last 3 appearances and brings his impressive 2.66 earned run average into the contest. For St. Louis, Palante will take the mound, and he has managed to keep his team in the game recently, giving up 3 or fewer runs in 4 of his last 5 starts. The Brewers' recent games have also trended toward lower scores, with the under hitting in 4 of their last 6 contests. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Athletics versus Kansas City Royals. The Oakland Athletics travel to Kauffman Stadium to continue their road series against the Kansas City Royals. Even though the Athletics managed to win the first game, it was anything but a clean victory. Their bullpen nearly coughed up the lead in the 9th inning, which has become a familiar and painful story for this team. It's no surprise when you see they own the worst bullpen earned run average in all of baseball, a staggering 6.11. Today's pitching matchup pits Jacob Lopez for the Athletics against Michael Lorenzen for the Royals. Lopez began the year as a reliever but has been thrust into the starting rotation for his last 5 outings. The results haven't been pretty. In those games, he's logged just 19.2 innings while getting tagged for 16 earned runs. Those are not exactly confidence-inspiring numbers, especially against a Royals lineup that is hitting a respectable .261 over their last 6 games. On the home side, the Royals will hand the ball to Lorenzen, who is fresh off a fantastic start against the Chicago White Sox where he pitched 6 innings and gave up only 1 hit and 2 runs. Before that gem, however, he had been struggling, allowing 4 or more runs in 3 of his previous 4 starts. Kansas City is banking on him building off that last performance, and he'll be facing an Athletics team that is hitting just .227 over its last 6 games. But the pressure isn't all on Lorenzen's shoulders. The Royals bullpen has been solid with an impressive 3.45 earned run average, and they proved effective against the A's last night. When you put it all together, the path to victory for Kansas City seems clear. They should be able to make solid contact against Lopez. Lorenzen should continue his good form, and the notoriously bad Athletics bullpen will likely implode and surrender the game-winning runs. As our first pick for this matchup, the Kansas City Royals money line is our full game side pick. When looking at the total, it's all about the pitching matchup. Jacob Lopez is slated to start for the Athletics, and his season numbers tell a clear story. He holds a 0-4 record in his 4 starts and 8 total appearances, backed by a bloated 6 earned run average and a 1.71 WHIP with a meager 31-12 Kelvin BB ratio. He isn't fooling anyone, and opponents are hitting a blistering .293 against him this season. On the other side, Michael Lorenzen will take the mound for the Royals, and he is certainly not an unhittable ace who is immune to giving up runs. The stage is set for both offenses to find success. You have 2 subpar pitchers on the mound, and that should translate directly into runs on the scoreboard. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.